Break it. Scrape it. Lick it. Dump it. Set it up. Now we got it. Alright. Smoke it.
What is up, guys? This is Blunt Talk. I'm AJ, your host.
And I'm Lisette. Keep going. Bitch, we haven't even started smoking. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just keep on rolling. We'll keep on rolling. We'll just keep on. You know what? We
Let's
don't
try to
even,
keep it raw here.
Yeah, let's just keep it. We don't gotta do all that what to talk about type. I think that's what causes a lot of like writer's block or creative block.
Yeah.
Is that you think about it too much that you're just stopping yourself.
You overthink.
Like, just let it be, it'll come naturally.
Yeah.
You don't gotta pressure yourself to just, go on, But that's just me.
But
So, we just really gone to just talk, right? Like, we just chilling. It's like if we just having a smoke session with y'all. Keep it raw, keep it natural. So how's everybody's quarantine going? Same shit as us, probably smoking, huh?
smoking a lot. Well, I've been doing stuff with my family because I recently moved back in with my parents, trying to launch something crazier. But I moved back in with my parents to save some money and stuff. And we've been having like different nights. Like, we had like a bar night, and we literally decorated the house like a bar, and I was the bartender. And then
guys' fancy dinner was
we had a fancy dinner also. So we all dressed up and had dinner. So yeah, we've been doing stuff like that,
getting everybody involved.
Yeah. Luckily, I've started seeing my therapist through like FaceTime. A lot of people have been doing that right now too, especially with the coronavirus stuff going on. But yeah, I started seeing my therapist on FaceTime, so that's pretty cool.
How is that, having a therapist while this time? Because I used to have a therapist, but she ended up transferring to a different facility, and for me, it's like I really have to tie in my coping skills, what I've learned about like dealing with like my anxiety and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of different. Like, sometimes I do wish, like, oh damn, that would have been cool if, I
Why
could hit
do you
up my
feel like?
therapist.
Do you feel like you're not like?
No, it's just like right now. It's just I think it's a really tough time, like mentally for people. Like, cause you're literally trapped in a house, like, you just don't know what's going on outside. Like, I don't know if you've seen those memes where it's just like we're having a pandemic and we're all just here just chilling in our house.
Yeah.
But it's because like we have nothing else to do. So it's like,
luckily we're in a time where there's delivery. We have the internet, right there on your phone. So that's I feel like that's what I was talking about with Joanna, my girlfriend. We are in a good time,
right? Yeah.
to be stuck at home because we're all so lucky that we can just literally go on an app and say I need this from the store and somebody will go get it for you. Which shout out to all those people too.
Which is great. I think it like keeps a lot of people like, I guess, sane in that matter. Like, they don't feel like, oh, I can't do this anymore. It's like you can, just in a different way.
Yeah.
But it's just more of like that mental health where it's like this time, since you are like trapped in a place like what, like with certain people, like you, like with your environment and stuff, and everybody's different environments.
Yeah.
At some point, it does get you like thinking in your own stuff. So it would have been nice.
Because
to have,
you don't
like,
get
a therapist.
because you don't get that time of the day usually, especially like where I live. It's a lot of us here.
And we have two different things because you live with like everybody, pretty much your entire family.
Yeah, my
and
whole
like
family lives
you know
here.
nephews and just like everybody. And then mine, it's different because it's just literally three people. You know,
Yeah.
my brother, my sister-in-law, and me. So it's like I think for me, that's why also too it's. The whole I bring up the mental thing because it's just like it would have been nice to have a therapist during this time because I live like with just three people and then my brother works still.
So you have someone else to talk to.
Right. And it's just like in this time it's just like different, you know, like there's not really I realize socializing is a really important thing when it comes to like not trying to think about stuff like a lot of like.
Well, yeah, I feel lucky that I get to see my therapist on the phone like that. And that brings up like what I was saying too is like it's such a good time. It's a good time period where everything is so easy to get, is so you know, so literally everything is delivery. You can just go online and order your groceries on there. And
Or do pick up.
Yeah.
Have somebody do it for you.
Like you literally don't have to risk it because of, which is kind of fucked up in a way because these people are working for a very low wage.
Right, exactly. And they're like working like double what they normally work.
Yeah.
Like they have to work a lot.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I don't know if you guys noticed lately, but once you go to the grocery stores, like you can tell like the workers, you can tell like they're slowly being like broken down. Like they look
so
more
out.
like so stressed. Like any little thing would like irritate people. It kind of takes me back to that girl from Smith's. Okay, was it you? It was kind of she was with an attitude. Oh no, actually it was my mom. The girl who cleans the carts. Like she was. My mom had asked like, oh, I asked my mom, can you give me a wipe, please? And she didn't hear me, so she was like, oh, you want a wipe? And then the cart person right away was like defensive, like, oh, I'm sorry, what? Like no, we weren't asking you, like, but can we? And then she kind of like gave us an attitude and stuff. But it's just like, I don't know, you try to think at their end, like,
yeah, you try
how
to
they're
be
going, like, yeah, like what are they going through, you know?
Yeah.
But it affected my mom a lot because she focused more on like that negative, but I was thinking more of like that, like, okay, I gotta put myself in this girl's shoes. Like, it's not even worth it to like.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day,
either.
just because you're going through something doesn't give you the right to act.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But there's some people who don't know like how to cope like that.
Yeah.
You know, like some people are growing up with like anger in their family, like certain things, and that's how they express when they're like.
To a certain extent, it's understanding because you'll have your bad days at work too.
Right. But personally, me, I never let that affect my work. Like,
I'm sure there's times where maybe like someone like because if you were in a bad mood or something and you weren't as happy or more like not assisting because I'm sure you always did your job, but like more willing or whatever it is. So obviously yours wasn't as bad, but there's I don't know, maybe someone that can't get the day off because something's happened and
right.
Or that's how they.
Well, that's why I end up being like okay, like the reason, like, oh, maybe they're just having like a bad day. Like, I'm not gonna make their day more.
Me too, but that's it. Yeah, because I mean, I've had my bad day too, and I haven't been a bitch, but I've been more short about it, or more like not as happy and friendly.
Right. And then I feel like the negativity like lingers too. Like,
yeah,
if you keep adding to it.
No, yeah, I agree on that. But that's also like that's our responsibility to. As ourselves to get out of it, you know what I mean? To get out of that negativity, you literally don't have to let someone into your wall. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Let's spark it up. Keeping y'all sane during this quarantine? Smoking.
Probably that. I mean, honestly, my biggest thing is I cook a lot during the day, so that's kind of the thing that I do to keep like staying busy. What else? don't know. Movies. We watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, I've been binge watching a lot with Sophia. We would we did that the Sabrina. Now we're gonna do the rewatch Degrassi. But I never really binge watch shows, so it's kind of nice to actually be okay with binge watching it because there's like nothing really else to do.
Yeah.
But I think also too with quarantine, I think a lot of people feel like they're obligated, like they have to do something during the time.
Yeah,
it's like it's okay to not do nothing.
No, yeah,
as well.
I think a lot of people are struggling with that right now because people are so used to every day being out, fucking, being going about their business, but with everything closed down and everything, it almost feels like you can't do anything, but you can,
Yeah.
But you also don't have to, like you said. We have that choice. But I think that a lot of people, like myself, feel the pressure of like being like, no, I need to do something.
Right. Me too.
Which is which is what made me want to do the podcast anyway.
Right. It's like, what else? Like, it's perfect time to do whatever. Those little things you said, oh, I want to do. But at the same time, I don't want to pressure myself to like do something.
Yeah, you want stuff to come.
I think that's what I've been doing a
natural.
lot. Yeah, like I've been doing a lot of like another thing like mental exercise is like telling myself that you don't have to pressure yourself. Like it's okay to not do anything.
Yeah,
it's just I just literally take it day by day, whatever like hits me, whatever. I'm really taking this time to like pretty much just enjoy whatever it is right now. Like,
I know what you mean.
So
the moment.
Right. So I'm not really like it'd be great to start something,
Yeah. Like even like we've been talking like this is, and I feel like this is a lot of people that think this way too, but we come up with shit that we want to do and we end up not doing it. It's probably out of fear, but we don't realize that. Right. But that isn't all of us.
It's like,
and I'm not saying, I'm not fucking saying that I know everything. I'm not saying like that. I'm not trying to give you life advice, but this is just something for me personally.
Yeah, I can agree on that too.
That, for example, I play music and I know it's not the best music or anything, but I have to practice. I have to get better.
Right.
Which comes along with, the podcast that we're doing right now. We have to keep practicing and get better at whatever it is you want to do.
And I think a lot of people don't I think they think it's gonna happen right away.
Yeah.
But it's literally like the whole journey is literally right now, the present. That's the whole journey.
Yeah, and that comes right along with what we were just talking about. How everything is in the palm of our hands. This phone has everything that I need.
Right.
We're gonna release this podcast, and people are going to be able to listen to it through this phone. You know what I'm saying? So,
it's so crazy how, like, when we were kids, we're 90s babies, technically. So, like, early 2000s would be, like, our little, like...
Yeah, that's where we grew up.
Yeah, our childhood.
Yeah.
We didn't have phones. So, it's so crazy how, if you think this were to happen back then...
Yeah.
Like, what would people do? Like, there wasn't
you seen those memes where they're saying, imagine being in quarantine and only having this many gigabytes of internet
and you would stay up at 9.
This much SMS text and all that.
When you would stay up after 9 just to get those free minutes.
If this was back then, 9 o'clock would be popping.
Hell yeah.
9 o'clock would be popping, guys. And when people had their little voicemail with the song in the background, but their friend was playing the song in the background.
Yeah, in the phone.
Okay, play it. I remember growing up, I had a cassette player, but you could record on it. You remember that one?
Yeah, I remember that one at Wrangler.
Yeah.
Wrangler Street. Wrangler Street. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And that was something that I used to enjoy doing so much. Was
something you look forward to.
Just literally like waiting for a song to play and putting it on and making my own mixtape of all the songs that I liked.
Yeah.
And playing
it's
it
all
over
the
and
little
over
things.
again.
It kind of reminds me of that, like the Onward, that Disney movie.
Yeah, Onward.
Yeah, like how it was talking about like the magic, like the little things that make you like remember like the good, like generally, like I can't even speak when you genuine. See, I can't talk.
Genuinely.
Genuinely. I can't say that word. You know what? Like I said, I have a speech problem. I really think I'm dyslexic. I don't know. I can't say words. But I think also too goes back to Spanish being our first language. But
yeah,
it's just the way I speak.
Nah, it's the same thing with me. There's times where, and I feel like a lot of people probably feel this way too. That sometimes when I say words, they'll come out in both languages, and then there's times where I don't know the word
because
for something.
You don't know the proper way of saying it because you're just. Your brain's so like
Spanglish.
Yeah, that's literally how we grew up.
My language is Spanglish.
Yeah. But yeah, that whole in that movie, he was talking about like people like things that lose its spark, pretty much. Like everybody, like the back magic, then, the magic that things had, and I feel like now a lot of that has been lost because like. We have technology, we have all that, but it goes back to the little things like you putting that cassette and like just recording like stuff.
Because it took more work for you to do it, and I feel like that's kind of what they were saying, kind of.
Right.
Yo, just so you guys know, from where this mic is sitting, Lisette is blowing this smoke all up in your fucking face right now.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, if you're not a smoker, I hope you're contact high now.
Yeah. Do you believe in contact high?
Yeah, I do.
I believe it in
I think especially if you're like if someone's hotboxing something.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're all sitting in the car and you don't smoke and you're just sitting there, you're gonna get contact high. I remember the first apartment I had with Joanna. The porch that we had, or what's it called, the patio. When you guys would smoke there and I didn't smoke.
Yeah.
I remember one time sitting there with you guys and I got contact high. I was like,
really?
I was like, oh, I'm the contact high. I'm a little high right now. And that same night was the night that I'll put that out.
You can leave that in.
No names.
Oh, that name. But you can keep the coughing.
But when we had people over that night, I ended up smoking for the first time in a while.
Smoking? Yeah, I remember you went from being a pothead, and then when I started smoking, you didn't smoke, and then like it took a minute for you to start smoking.
Yeah, I didn't start smoking till I think it was the same year that we ended up moving into that house.
Why did you stop smoking? I've never had a time where I stopped smoking, so I'm curious how that is.
I literally, too, like, just for background, I didn't do it, like, on purpose or anything.
Yeah, you just stopped,
Yeah, so, I don't know, I guess the best way to explain it is that I, like, lost interest.
Right, for it.
Yeah. I had lost interest in it, but I guess it's probably because of, I think a lot of times when you think of something, whatever you're going through kind of affects how you feel about it.
Right.
And I feel like in my past time when I was smoking like that, I was going through shit.
I see.
So when I thought of smoking, it was kind of like I don't really want to be in that mindset, but really I was connecting it to what I was going through.
Right. Okay, I see.
And now that I had smoked out of just fucking pure fun, that first time that I smoked, it was literally just out of fun. It was just fucking like, I just want to have fun.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. So you use that more as your like, to not numb yourself, but like your gateway to like escape what you're feeling. So you thought if you were to smoke, it would take you back to like those feelings.
Yeah.
Because that's just what you're used to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay. See, because I never had that. Like, I've never had a time where I just stopped and then re-smoked again. I've always just smoked and I just been
Yeah,
smoking.
because because I started smoking maybe a year after you did. I started again, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and that was what 2016, 17?
16, I think.
2016 is
Yeah.
now 2020.
Yeah, so 4 years. I'm still like there, but I mean, I smoke every day. Like, I don't know. Am I considered pothead just because like I smoke every day, or like what? Because
I think so, yeah.
I don't feel like I don't think I am like a pothead.
But it's like I know what you're saying because like when you're an alcoholic,
right? Oh, that's true. Right.
You know,
you say I'm not an alcoholic,
and everything,
yeah,
but smoking is. It's like a cup of coffee, I feel, because
right, and I don't like
makes
coffee.
You energized and stuff.
For me, it doesn't. To be
coffee,
honest,
honestly, coffee makes me feel like a crackhead. Like I feel like
you feel crazy. Yeah, I don't really like coffee.
Yeah, I think coffee's crazy.
You know what else I don't like, and I know people are gonna come at me, but
hey, don't be judgmental, guys.
It's not that I don't like Disney. Like, but I just never grew, like, we grew up watching Disney, but I never really just sat there and watched the whole movie.
Do you feel like it's because you never connected with the character personally?
No, because I think it's just because how I am now. It's so hard for me to be like captive and like a show to capture me. Because like my attention span is like
I get what you're saying.
Not there. Like I just can't connect it because it's just like I start watching it and if I don't feel it right away, I start doing like something else. And I feel like as a kid that would always happen to me.
Okay.
I would just like we would start watching the movie, but I was just interested in it. So I never really fully I've never fully watched like Lanky, like ever, or like any movie mostly in like Disney. So that's why
in all honesty then you've never seen Disney to really say if you
just like the new ones like Cars, Moana, Frozen, but never like the OG like Disney, because I feel like people who love Disney like every era. Like I'm talking more about like those Disney obsessed people.
Yeah.
Like those people think I'm probably freaking crazy right now because of Disney. But yeah, I just never really been into it.
We're almost done with this blunt, guys. Shout out to Major Dynamic for the music.
Yeah. He's hella cute. You got a girlfriend? I'm gonna just put this roach in the bong.
Ooh, Lisa's trying to get high.
Nah, it's just because it's too little and then that shit burns your fingertips and.
So we're Vegas people, obviously. So what are let's get some recommendation on some restaurants or
Napoli's. Dude,
Shout out to Napoli's.
They have the best wings.
They got some bomb ass wings.
The pizza's so fire.
Honestly, guys, if you guys like spicy, if you guys like spicy food, get their hottest wings. Those are so good.
Dude, Napoli's is so good. It's so funny because when Jorge and I started talking first, Jorge's my boyfriend.
That's Major Dynamic.
When we first started talking, he asked like, "What's like your favorite like pizza place?" And I said Napoli's, and he said his was Napoli's. But he's gone to the Napoli's up in Henderson. He lives in Henderson, and then I've gone to the Las Vegas one, the Sahara location.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole time I thought it was just there. But
yeah, guys, it's on Sahara and Decatur. If you guys want to check it out.
Dude, Napoli's is so fire. They have this huge 36-inch pizza that can literally feed more than 15 people.
Yeah, it's
huge.
Yeah,
and it's so good. El Compita. If you guys really want a good burrito, I recommend El Compita. Dude.
El Compita is definitely another spot that we would definitely recommend. Good. You need to get a burrito from there, 100%. Yes. But their other food is fucking phenomenal too. Yeah. But the burritos there are fucking
The salsa,
fire.
dude, the
and get
salsa?
the red salsa
Dude, that
from the
thing.
salsa bar.
Are you a red salsa or green salsa?
Red.
Red too.
Red.
A lot of people say green,
Red.
but I think red. I think red is just on my root.
Red is fire, 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 pure fire.
Yeah.
I wish they were closer to here, but what streets are they on?
Charleston and Jones.
Charleston and Jones. It's a little bit hidden because there's
a subway right there and a car wash.
Yeah, there's a car wash and a subway
It's
right
across
there.
the Ascend. It's literally across the Ascend, Charleston location.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yes, right there.
Yeah. So if you guys want to hit that spot up, also definitely.
What's your
fire,
favorite
fire,
munchie
fire,
food? Like
fire, 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 fire. My favorite.
Like if you were like high as fuck, like out of your mind right now, and
I am.
You're hella fucking hungry. Like what? You close your eyes right now. What do you want to be in your mouth? What food do you want?
Right now, honestly, right now, I want that burrito from Compita.
Damn. I know, dude. Dude, it's so fire, and it's a good size. And it's a good price. A lot of like Mexican restaurants, they sometimes be stingy with their burritos and make them hella tiny. Like they're fucking tortas, dude.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? And they be charging like $10, $8 for just a torta or a burrito when it's like so small. But El Compita, theirs is huge. Like it's packed. They pack that. Like really good.
No, yeah, definitely hit that spot up, guys. Let's see what's trending or whatever the fuck.
Have you heard that conspiracy theory about Dasani?
About what?
Dasani, the water?
No.
If you look at the ingredients, there's 4 ingredients in there. I don't know if you ever got a Dasani, but I remember, like, I've thought about this all the time, every time I get Dasani. When you twist it, it, like, goes like a soda. So, like this. Oh, that's out of gas.
But you guys know what a soda sounds like.
But yeah, you know that little...
Yeah.
If you get a Dasani, every time you open it, it does that, and it kind of starts to bubble. And if you look in the back on the ingredients, it has 4 ingredients, and it was the main ingredient was obviously water, and then it had this thing that makes I don't even know what it's called, but it makes your mouth dry. And the next ingredient was, what is it called? Oxyfluoride? Is that what it's called? Or oxyfluoride? It's the last injection that they put when they get executed in prisons.
Oh, I don't know what
the last thing that they put, it's a thing to stop your heart, and that has some in that Dasani water. And then the last ingredient is salt. So it's literally built to like dry your mouth and make you more thirsty. Like if you drink Dasani, you're gonna just stay thirsty. And there's kind of like an acid taste. And I've always thought like, why does Dasani taste like this? And like, why does it go like, you know?
Yeah.
And I've always thought, oh, maybe because like it was hot in the sun and maybe it got pressure in there. But it's water, so it wouldn't make no sense unless there's a gas substance in there. So that makes sense. That's why I don't know if you saw when this whole thingy started with quarantine. It was Arrowhead that was people weren't getting, and Dasani. And the whole time I was like, wait, why not Dasani? Like it doesn't like taste that like bad. But then I started thinking like, no wait, like I do remember having that acid thingy. And then the thing that brought it up to my attention was that Shane Dawson conspiracy theory thing.
Oh, the whole one on that?
he did the whole thing on Dasani, and Dasani is owned by Coca-Cola, so they're all about like marketing. So imagine that it's a water that makes your mouth dry, is salt so you can be more thirsty, and then the water it pretty much does nothing for you. Like it's so crazy. And if you look in the back, it really does say like the ingredients. It's water. Why should it have ingredients?
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
But yeah, watch out, guys.
Watch out.
And then there's people that do those tests on like YouTube. They do those tests. They get the strips to test the acid. You know how like the pool strips, I think like that. You know how your dad dips it to check how much.
Oh yeah.
They have that for water. Like there's a lot of like channels that tested it out, and it shows you how much. If it's yellow, I believe it's like really bad, and if it's darker, like green and stuff, I think it's like should be good or something like that. But the Sony's was like pure yellow. It looked like.
Damn, that's crazy. You know, politics can be a headache. They can split people apart, but at the end of the day, they are the things that keep everything running.
Yeah.
And in all reality, it's up to us what happens. Because whoever we're electing is going to be the one that's going to represent us. All in all. Right?
Right.
So, I think that at the end of the day, we just need to pay more attention and know the facts and know the realities. This is look up the bills that these people are talking about, guys. Look up the bills, because a lot of times, for example, the CARE Act that went on with COVID-19.
Right.
Have you read the bill?
I have not.
I haven't read the bill either.
Yeah.
All we know is that we got that $1,200.
Right.
Do you really? I mean, at the end of the day, how much is it to actually get the coronavirus and get help from it, knowing there's no vaccine yet?
Right.
Right. So this is extra stuff that they're doing to you that's gonna cost money, and not everyone has insurance. You know what I mean?
Right.
So at the end of the day, it does end up being like, well, where's my money really going to? Not necessarily in that way, but why is my medicine so expensive? Which
dude, it's so ridiculous. Like ambulance, like it's like hella expensive.
Like,
just
why
to get
is
a
this
ride.
stuff so expensive?
And it's gotta
and then there's
Ubers and stuff like that for that reason.
And then there's other places, other countries, and I'm not saying that I don't love America. I love America because of what it stands for and what it is. But at the end of the day, if we're letting these corrupt people take over, if we're letting lobbyists and all this and everything take control, which is what's happening.
Yeah.
If we're letting them take control, that's all it's gonna be, is a money-making machine. It's not ever going to be about the people.
Yeah, I think right now it's a good eye-opener for people to see how our government is.
I mean, call me whatever you guys want, you know. Maybe people will get bothered by this. And I'm not saying this to disrespect anybody's beliefs or whatever. This is my opinion. But I think that at the end of the day, we're all human, and that's how we, you know, like that's like honestly just that simple fact. Like, we're all human and everything, and that's why I think that being involved and understanding laws and bills or whatever the hell is going on with our government is very, very important.
Right.
Because like I said, these lobbyists,
we can't escape the government.
Yeah,
we
like
literally live
the people
under
that are continuously getting elected, guys. And you can go ahead and look at your governor, whatever, from wherever you're from, or from here in Nevada even. A lot of times they can be part of a lobbyist group. Like, they get money from them. They get paid, like they pay for their campaigns and stuff. Companies do this. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like,
it's all business.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're done with the blunt. We think it's about time to wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Thank you guys for joining us on this podcast. Thank you guys if you listened to the whole thing. Also, we're so grateful. If you guys want to follow us, on social media, go ahead, Lisa.
You can follow me on Instagram. Lame is spelled Lisette. It's literally one word. Lame is spelled Lisette.
And if you want to follow me, On Instagram, it's in your dreams. INYOURDREAMSZ_. Thank you guys again for listening.
Thank you guys.
We hope you guys listen again. Come and click on this again.
And spark with us next time again.
Yeah, if you didn't this
join
time,
our sesh.
The next session, please come through with the blunt of choice.
All right, hope you guys have a good one. Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Stay sanitized, guys. Peace.